Rashid Shaheed, speed merchant, will let that one sail through the end. He had 10 different receivers last Sunday.
Yeah, it was the first thing he repped downfield.
Running back is Kamara. Alvin tries to cut it back and picks up about a half a yard. Ernest
Likes where they are at this point in the year.
getting better and better. 2nd and 8. Pass to the outside is caught. Spinning to the inside, getting the league. Off play action. Pass is caught. Olave again, very close to a first down. He will take the snap, and he'll run it. He can run it. He can throw it, as you know, if you follow this sport.
As good as anybody you'll see in those short yardage situations. Everybody talks about Philly.
Kamara is the back. Fake to him. Carr steps away from the sack. Fires, caught. Olave.
It just kind of steps up, doesn't panic, gets his feet set, vision downfield, and makes a heck of a throw. Now that's the one area.
Kamara swings to the outside and gets submarined.
That resulted in so much more improvement as an offense.
Carr takes the snap. Hill is also in the game as a receiver, and that pass season on defense.
That's right. And one guy we all know about is 99. And every call that we made this week, every
Lions had over 1,000 yards, had 17 rushing touchdowns. Carr on the drop. Carr gets sacked. So a good.
Here is Jones right here, but here's a rookie to keep an eye on as well, and Kobe Turner. Watch him win. Jones ends up getting
Nose down, put some backspin on it. Fair catch call for me. It's Cooper Kupp in motion, and here's Williams is averaging over 5 yards per carry. Overtime at Baltimore, 12 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Go back to week 8 when he had that injury to his thumb.
2nd and 3. He used a ton of motion. The Rams do. A little floater that's caught on the outside here by Tyler Higbee.
Because of the eye candy. Motion, little thing like that can affect who's got who. So you go from pre-snap having a good idea.
For 17 in motion going back and forth. A little flip here to Kyron Williams. He breaks tackles and he does that.
And willingness to block and how tough of a runner Kyron Williams is. That's become the identity of the Rams offense. So we can talk about stats.
There's your late motion. Stafford looks that way, then throws over the middle in that pass. Had he played in those games and had normal days, he'd be right up there with Christian McCaffrey near the top.
That's a great point, Al. And you never know a guy.
Movements in the shifting and motion, and then a side-on pass to Nakua. And off goes the rookie for a fantastic season.
Yeah, and you know, against the Saints, you're going to get a lot of man-to-man. That's the big thing. Who's going to win the one-on-one matchups? He's caught the ball.
The team by plenty. Halfway through the quarter. Nice little run here. A 5-yard pickup for Kyron Williams. Extra pressure. Caught on the run. Stafford puts it.
And as you said, give him that third option. The rookie, Nakua, gets so much attention. Cooper Kupp, now that he's healthy. And DeMarcus
in this situation. Showing on offense, Allen on defense. Stafford to the outside, and that is Cooper Kupp.
With Matthew Stafford. One-on-one against Taylor. Nobody in the NFL throws that out cut the way Matthew Stafford does.
And a whistle.
Stepped up the last few weeks with an opportunity, especially in that Baltimore game, made a big play, and I think he's earned the trust.
Kupp, boy, they smelled that one perfectly. Pete Werner is right there.
Remember in the Super Bowl, the game that you called, that was a pivotal play late in that game where they picked up that first down at the exact same play. So
Williams, nice hole, he exploits it. Still going. Fights his way to close to the 10-yard.
Nothing against Carolina or the Giants, but they're trying to find themselves, offensively. This is a totally different match.
The season, but starting to blend right now. Stafford, good protection. He floats one. That's incomplete and a flag. 11th play of this drive. Williams picks up a couple. Settle now. Nakua back and forth he goes. Williams gets about a yard. Break it here. Nakua in motion. Stafford rolling, throwing, incomplete. Trying to hit Cooper Kupp. 3-by-1 to the right side. Looks that way, throws that way, caught. Nakua.
This time gets the ball out of his hands quickly, and good Nakua, a lot of credit, knowing exactly where he needed to be to get inside the end.
Over 9 seasons with the Raiders. 5-yard gain. I mean, when you come here for it.
Yeah.
Fires.
And Shaheed, he sold that like he was going downfield with that speed, and it gave him the cushion to be able to come back. And by the time he started,
got Hill takes it, hands it off, inside give, just across the 50-yard line goes Jamal Williams. 2nd and 6. Carr. Pass is incomplete. Coverage was good. That's 3rd and 6. And he still gets doubled. And that pass is caught, held on to.
Right, McCoy, the center, will work to his left. Wherever Donald is where that center is sliding, just in case, to be able to help out.
That's the end of the quarter. The score is Rams 7, Saints nothing. Back from the Hartung. 1st down for the Saints. And this is Kamara going next to nowhere.
Hard, McCoy, Ruiz, and you know, get better results.
78 career touchdowns for him, most ever by a Saint. That's Kamara making the catch. Carr, 6 for his first 8, throws, and that's incomplete.
And I think they've been very impressed with the length of Quentin Lake, and I think he's settling in at that spot to give them even more.
Crowd responds in kind. 4-man rush. Carr is going to get sacked at the 49-yard line, and that's the end of that drive. 48-yard line. The Rams begin this drive. Play action. Stafford, good protection. Fires wide open over the middle. Nakua.
Effective communication. You cleared out with Kupp, and now you just settle in right behind those linebackers. What a throwing lane. What a great.
It's the Rams' 2nd possession. Keep it on the ground. Hesitation there.
Eater, like what? He's 35 and he looks 25. I don't know if he's ever looked as good in his career as he's looked these last 4 weeks. And I know he won the
state. 2nd and 6. Stafford to the outside. Open there. 1st down. Cooper Kupp. Just a tad. 1st and goal from the 9. Kyron Williams. It's about half the distance. 2nd down.
You know, and credit for reinventing themselves offensively. And I think Matthew Stafford at this
yard line. Williams to the outside. Williams fighting. In 2021, no huddle here. And then Cooper Kupp, no, just out of his reach. 4th down and goal.
And again, that would have been a great catch. We're just so spoiled when you see Cooper Kupp and Matthew Stafford.
Kicking's been a problem for both of these teams this year. Brett Maher was here. They got rid of him. They brought in Lucas Harris. Ethan Evans will hold it. And the kick is perfect. So the Rams take it. Who is their punter and kickoff man, sends that one through the end zone. So in these late rounds, Carr throws, caught, slider.
The defensive tackle.
1st down, rolling, throwing, and that pass. There's a crapshoot. We know that. And sometimes you get a good run late in the night. You know what I mean. Jamal Williams.
Number 67. 10-yard penalty. 2nd down.
Yeah, that's Landon Young, and he's playing because Ryan Ramczyk is hurt. Cheering. Pass is incomplete to the outside. Nobody was. Draw play, trying to pick up a little something, and next to nothing there is Kamara. Gets Headley. Sends that one toward the sideline. Bounces and takes a good ram bounce. Boot, roll, throws, caught. And Cooper Kupp gets ridden out.
Go. Nakua, the rookie, and what he's been able to do. Cooper Kupp now getting back, you know, and feeling good.
Been out with a knee injury, number 20. He gets the carry and picks up a yard or 2. These two teams, at least, they have big-time backup quarterbacks. Yeah. Winston on one side, and Carson Wentz is now a Ram.
Yeah, some people have forgotten about Wentz is here.
Stafford, little shoulder shake, moving. Buying time.
Yeah, this looks like going back to Kaler's report about tennis. He's working the baseline here a little bit with his shuffle off to the left. And then look at
in the half. Action again. Passes incomplete. You know, a little fun.
He took a hit by Demario Davis.
Yeah, hanging right in there.
Watch this hit now as the ball is incomplete.
Stafford throwing and coming.
There's again. Can't even get his feet adjusted. He just throws that with his ability to create the.
And they got Tutu Atwell has been hurt. He's back in the game. Number 5. Carry here is by Ronnie Rivers, second year.
Marvel at that throw. Just not a lot of guys can make that throw. Obviously, guys like Aaron Rodgers and.
Ton of time here. Looks underneath. Caught Nakua.
You combine that with the pre-snap movement, it puts so much on the eyes and the ability to communicate for the linebackers in this.
Down to 4 minutes to the half. And that pass is incomplete, intended for a cut, a little out of his range.
It's low, and you can see he's still kind of feeling that on that shoulder, on that left side. He's just very.
And you've got a whistle. It sounded like before. And they start this drive from the 37-yard line. And that pass along the sideline is hauled in.
Just with the injuries, getting booed at times, you know, in his own stadium. So he's the big fella
at the 45-yard. Carr, time, deep, going deep and open and making 45 yards.
Boy, do they need that. Great response. The game started to feel like it was a call, and what great execution there with Carr hitting Shaheed.
Blake Grupe, the rookie from Notre Dame.
He bites up on that crosser, so now you got the deep post over the top. He's simply making the read on Fuller. If Fuller would have
felt like the Rams could be leading more than 10-0, bogged down a couple of times, and right now it's a 3-point game.
Yeah, and if
you but it's a fair catch call for it, the 6-yard line by Trammell. They'll take over at the 25. Meanwhile, the NFC playoff picture looks like this. Stafford fires. Got a 4-yard pickup here.
Oh, so quick. Again, like most guys, looks like at shortstop turning 2.
2-minute warning.
2-minute warning. Stafford fires, contested and incomplete.
Move, but there's the length. Howden steps up and makes the play to be able to separate that football. He's in for Marcus May, and he's had to step.
Look out, and down he goes.
Eyes to pressure. Blitz comes here, and then you drop the backers here. Confuse the offensive line. Nobody picks up Taylor. So often you see the defense steps up to their own offense with a big play. They get a 3-and-out. They get the ball back now to Derek Carr.
He came from his own 25-yard line. Gets it away. Angled kick on the clock. Over the middle. Oh. And in short gain here. That's Shaheed making that catch. Clock running down 150. Carr fires and drop
behind that and get some separation. Just the ball got on him so quickly, just didn't give Olave a chance.
So, and that pass is incomplete. So once again, you got Ernest Jones put the pressure on. That took only 4 seconds.
His right from 53. He's able to work around Jamal Williams. Doesn't do a good job of picking it up. Carr holds it as long as he can. And
4-man rush. Deep drop. Pump fake. Scrambles. 3-yard pickup.
Well, you'll see the play eventually off to the far left. And what happens is right out here, you end up just losing looking receiver. But you can't look back at the quarterback because you get lost. Well, it looked like Robinson came close to stepping out of bounds.
To the sideline. Stafford fires. Caught. Inside the 15. Nakua. He takes. Nice moves. Kyron Williams inside the 5, second down.
Yards, and they end up using that last time out.
So 25 seconds. It'll be 2nd and 3. They can get a
Play his go-to man down in this area for obvious reasons, with the experience they have together and the chemistry they have. But they have a lot of different options.
motion. Stafford looking one way, then the other. Throws caught. DeMarcus Robinson having a night.